Did you know some of the most dangerous creatures on Earth are actually the cute, harmless-looking pets people keep at home? Tiny animals that seem friendly, but secretly carry bacteria, viruses, and toxins capable of shutting down your organs or killing you in hours. And stay until number 1, because the deadliest pet doesn't even need to touch you to end your life. Welcome back to Top Wonder, the place where we uncover the most shocking, dangerous, and unbelievable truths about the creatures living around us. Today, we're counting down the 10 most dangerous pets in the world. They look cute, gentle, and completely harmless. But behind the fur, feathers, and tiny paws are deadly bacteria, venom, and diseases that have hospitalized and even killed real people. These aren't predators, they're silent threats hiding in plain sight. Let's begin. Number 10. Sugar Glider. Tiny, adorable, wide-eyed, the sugar glider looks like a living plush toy. But behind its innocent appearance is a surprisingly dangerous combination of sharp teeth, bacterial risks, and behavioral unpredictability. Sugar gliders have needle-like incisors designed to pierce bark and drink sap. When they bite a human, the wound is often deep, jagged, and difficult to disinfect. Their mouths naturally harbor bacteria such as Streptococcus and Staphylococcus, which can enter the bloodstream and trigger severe infections. In one case, a woman in Queensland developed a life-threatening septic infection after a playful nibble from her sugar glider, requiring emergency hospitalization. They also carry parasites and pathogens capable of spreading through scratches, urine, and feces. Because they bond strongly and cling to their owners, exposure is constant. Cute, tiny, affectionate, but capable of sending you straight to the Number 9. Fancy Hamster. Dwarf Hamster. Hamsters are marketed as the safest pets for children. Tiny, gentle, family-friendly. But what most people don't know is that hamsters can carry a virus so dangerous it has caused fatal outbreaks. LCMV lymphocytic choriomeningitis virus, LCMV, does not make the hamster sick. Instead, it silently multiplies inside the animal, spreading through urine, feces, saliva, and even dust inside the cage. Humans infected may develop meningitis, brain inflammation, partial paralysis, or permanent neurological damage. One of the most tragic cases occurred in 2005 when a pet hamster infected for organ transplant recipients. 3 of them died from complications of LCMV, all traced back to a seemingly harmless pet purchased from a pet shop. A creature so small it can sleep in a child's palm. Yet it carries a virus capable of killing adults in days. Number 8. Ferret. Ferrets are playful, mischievous, and extremely intelligent, but they are also among the most medically dangerous exotic pets. Ferrets share a unique biological similarity with humans. Their respiratory systems react to viruses almost identical to ours. That's why scientists use ferrets to study influenza pandemics. And yes, ferrets can catch the flu from humans and give it back. A person infected by their pet ferret may experience rapidly worsening pneumonia, high fever, and respiratory failure. Children, the elderly, and the immunocompromised are especially at risk. There have been documented cases of ferrets passing influenza to children who later required emergency hospitalization. And that's not all. Ferrets have a strong bite force for their size. When frightened, some individuals clamp down and don't release, causing deep puncture wounds that can become dangerously infected. Cute, absolutely, safe, not even close. Number 7. Hedgehog. Hedgehogs are social media superstars. Tiny legs, round bodies, adorable little faces. But these pets carry a biological threat responsible for multiple national outbreaks, a potent strain of salmonella. Unlike food poisoning, hedgehog-related salmonella doesn't just cause stomach cramps. It can enter the bloodstream, causing septic shock, organ failure, and death, especially in young children. Hedgehogs naturally spread the bacteria over their quills, skin, bedding, and anything they touch. Even healthy-looking hedgehogs can shed the bacteria for months. In a CDC investigation, a multi-state outbreak of Salmonella was traced directly to pet hedgehogs, with several individuals hospitalized. Some victims had never even touched the animal. The bacteria were transferred through contaminated surfaces. A creature the size of a coffee mug, capable of causing a national health emergency. Number 6. Small turtle for inches. They're quiet, gentle, and marketed as the perfect pet for children. But small turtles have caused more hospitalizations than nearly any exotic pet in the United States. The problem, their shells are coated in dangerous salmonella bacteria, far more than hedgehogs. Turtles spread it into their water bowls, onto countertops, onto hands, and onto anything they walk across. Even just touching tank water can be enough to get infected. One heartbreaking case involved a 4-year-old child who died from complications after exposure to a pet turtle, a turtle that never even left its tank. The threat became so severe that the US government banned the sale of turtles under 4 inches in the 1970s. Despite this, illegal sales continue, and so do the infections. Slow, silent, harmless-looking, yet one of the deadliest pets ever sold. And don't look away now, because the top 5 pets on this list don't just cause infections. Some can stop your heart, others can destroy your organs, and one of them has triggered deadly outbreaks that still haunt medical history. The most dangerous creatures people keep at home are coming up next. Number 5. Axolotl. The axolotl, a smiling, feathery-gilled aquatic salamander, seems like the safest exotic pet imaginable. But the danger doesn't come from the animal itself, it comes from the water it lives in. Axolotl tanks are breeding grounds for Aeromonas hydrophila, a bacteria responsible for necrotizing fasciitis, also known as flesh-eating disease. Even a tiny cut exposed to contaminated tank water can allow the bacteria to enter the bloodstream. One owner in the UK was hospitalized after cleaning her axolotl tank. A splash of water entered a small cut on her hand. Within hours, her skin turned black, swelling rapidly. Doctors diagnosed early-stage tissue necrosis, the beginning of flesh-eating infection. Axolotls may look adorable, but the invisible threat inside their tanks is anything but. Number 4. Exotic frogs/toads. Many people buy exotic frogs for their bright colors and low-maintenance care. But what they don't know is that some frogs and toads secrete bufotoxin, a poison strong enough to cause cardiac arrest. Bufotoxin exposure can happen through touching the frog, contact with its water, touching surfaces it walked on, accidental ingestion by pets or children. Victims experience rapid heartbeat, hallucinations, vomiting, and in severe cases, heart failure within minutes. In 2019, a man in Florida nearly died after touching a pet toad and then rubbing his eyes, triggering a systemic reaction that required emergency intervention. Their beauty is disarming, their toxins are not. Number 3. Pet parrots. Parakeets. Charming, intelligent, affectionate, but capable of spreading one of the most dangerous airborne diseases in the pet world, psittacosis, caused by Chlamydia psittaci. This bacteria spreads through dry droppings, feather dust, and even the air inside a bird's cage. Once inhaled, it invades the lungs and bloodstream, causing high fever, organ inflammation, and severe pneumonia. In 2018, a woman in the UK nearly died after cleaning her parrot's cage. She developed such severe lung infection that she required weeks in intensive care. Doctors identified the cause, psittacosis, traced directly to her pet bird. A bite isn't necessary, a scratch isn't necessary. Just breathing near the cage can be enough. Number 2. Dwarf rabbit. Fluffy, gentle, silent, rabbits look like the safest pets in the world. But they can carry Pasteurella multicida, a bacteria in their saliva that causes devastating infections in humans. Most rabbit bites are tiny, barely enough to draw blood. But once the bacteria enter the body, they can cause sepsis, pneumonia, meningitis, bloodstream infections, death within hours in severe cases. One tragic case involved a grandmother in the UK who died after being bitten by her pet rabbit. The bite was small, the infection wasn't. The danger with rabbits is psychological. The cuter they are, the less people protect themselves. 1. Chipmunk. At the top of our list is an animal so adorable people feed it by hand, yet it carries pathogens responsible for some of the most feared diseases in human history. Chipmunks can transmit hantavirus, which causes hemorrhaging lungs and respiratory failure, bubonic plague, the Black Death that wiped out millions. Both diseases spread through bites, scratches, or inhaling dust contaminated with chipmunk droppings. In 2007, a wildlife park reported an outbreak of plague traced back to chipmunks used as petting animals. Several visitors became seriously ill. Hantavirus kills up to 38% of infected people. Plague can kill within days if untreated. Cute on the outside, catastrophic on the inside. This is the deadliest pet in the world. So, which pet shocked you the most? The rabbit that can cause deadly bloodstream infections? The chipmunk that carries ancient plagues? Or the axolotl whose tank can hide flesh-eating bacteria? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications because the world is full of hidden dangers, and Top Wonder is here to reveal them all.